Okay, so today I just wanted to do a quick video. We have hit the 300 mile mark on our Brad Power Bikes City 3 Step Throughs. I wanted to go over, what our thoughts are so far, what modifications I've made to improve them, and hopefully this kind of information will help others. So let's just start at the front of the bike, and we put these custom Taylor 33 rim tapes on. You can get them in various colors. They're super sticky. I've put them on my motorcycles and I have them on all my bikes. They're highly reflective and you can kind of personalize with them. If you look at my wife's bike back there, she's got the yellow. They make white and pink and blues and multicolored, and they're just kind of fun, but also a nice safety feature. Moving up here, we have got some Custom Keeper frame protector material on the bikes. Probably going to be beneficial back here with chains and just kicking things. This piece up here is going to be good for shoes. Really doesn't look, quality as far as the way I installed it. The stuff's actually very well built, easy to put on, but the main feature for this was not so much the protection as it was just to have some color on the bikes, and just to say that, of all of us rad power riders here in the area, ours just are different. So the next upgrade, we did the suspension seat posts. My wife has the Zoom on hers, and it's a 350 millimeter stem, and it works well for her. I tried the same on mine and it did not work because it actually made my seat lower than with the original. And I found a 400 millimeter different brand. I'll post a link. A different brand for mine. You can see I've got a lot of distance on mine. So that's one of the things I want to talk about on these bikes. Just for reference, my wife has a 28-inch inseam. She's 5'2". I am 5'11" with a 32-inch inseam, and I'm pretty topped off on this bike. Might not have been the best choice for me. I mean, I have made it work. But if you're taller than me, you might struggle with this particular step through. For her, works very well. She's very comfortable on it. She says it's very stable. And even though I've done that seat post way up there and some other mods, it's really stable for me too. Every once in a while, the front end feels a little light, but overall, it's pretty good. So I did do a video that I posted on the large rad basket on hers with the cutting board as a platform so that I could extend it back past the seat. You can see she needed some more airspace here to fit comfortably. I actually did that on mine as well, but after I kind of got my seat post up and my seat where I comfortably wanted it, I was able to slide mine under the seat just a little bit, and I got rid of that platform. I can still haul my grocery bags and everything on there. It just looks a little cleaner, I guess. So I guess if you're tall and you have this bike, you may be able to do the same thing. I guess another option is to get a basket that has a cutout in the front. But I bought the rad ones not knowing at the very beginning when I bought the bikes. Okay, moving along here. This is kind of hard to see in a video, but I've got this Satori handlebar stem. So I'm gonna hold up the original here, and you can see that with the original, this is the original. This is where it was like that. And you can see that I've raised the handlebars up quite a bit more with it. But also, you can see how this used to sit. The handlebars were a lot more forward. And with this particular one, it's, you know, straight up and down. So I actually was able to move my handlebars back and up, and it just finalized the ride comfort. So I'm totally happy now the way this bike is set up. And I've also put it on my wife's and was able to pull her handlebars back a little more, and she likes hers too. Now, another thing that you could possibly try, and I didn't think about this till later, you could perhaps take this and turn it like this and get you some distance if that is what you need to do. They're extremely quiet bikes. We can haul a lot of stuff on them. They're plenty fast. I have done the control panel set where you go in and tell it to be 40 kilometers an hour, which makes them like 25 miles an hour. So when you hit 20 miles an hour, the motor starts to back off, and it's kind of a funky feeling. You know, you feel like somebody's putting your brakes on while you're trying to ride. So it's easy to ride at 20 miles an hour, and it's comfortable to ride at 20 miles an hour. So by doing that little setting, you can technically go up to 25 miles an hour. You can't pedal that fast on these bikes. You lose your pedals at about 20, 21 miles an hour, and so you're just free spinning at that point. But if you're going downhill, or every once in a while you just happen to catch it just right, maybe going uphill a little bit, and you hit over 20, it's a lot more comfortable and you can adjust. So anyway, just a little food for thought there. We put the Tannis Armor liners in these tires, and so far 300 miles, no flats. The Tannis Armor is a foam liner. It does make it a little cushier riding because you're kind of riding on that foam as well as the inner tube, and I think it's going to be good. I don't really want to have to change a flat out on the back on one of these, but it's doable. So totally happy with them. These are our grocery getting bikes. Love them. We're getting we can get about 46, 48 miles on a charge depending on wind conditions, you know, hills, speed. Honestly, we ride these on trails at PAS 1 and sometimes 2, depending on how busy it is. And never over that, because it's just not courteous and you feel a little out of control around all the people with, you know, that kind of speed. We do ride them on PAS 3 on the road. Sometimes we'll hit 4 if we're in windy conditions. I haven't really used 5 yet, and we don't really live in an area where we got a lot of hills. So, you know, your mileage, your riding scenarios are going to vary based on where you're at. One last upgrade that I put on were these Northwest 1859 throttle levers to turn your grip throttle into a thumb. Really like these. It's really changed the way we ride. I don't know if you can see down in here. It's done via, it's kind of hard to see, Velcro. And you can get them in different colors. They're fairly inexpensive. I think they were like 18 bucks. I tried another set from somebody else, did not like them. I've heard of people using zip ties, have not tried that. These work really well, happy to support a company who's just making cool stuff with their 3D printers. So it was a game changer. Every once in a while my wife would grab her throttle and it would just take off, you know, when she was trying to get on her bike or getting off her bike or whatever. This has stopped all of that kind of stuff. So that's a nice little feature there. So that kind of sums up my my review of the Rad City 3 Step Thru. We have taken them as far as 30 miles in one ride. That's kind of our Saturday morning activity, is we do a round trip of about 30 miles down to get lunch or breakfast down at a nearby city. But great bikes, plan on riding them for many, many years. Next up, our Rad City Power Bikes Expand 5s. Why did we buy them? What's the purpose? Are they different than riding on the Rad City 3s? More videos to come.